Hi, friends. Welcome back.
Yay! Hi, Lizzie.
How
Can you
are
hear me?
you?
I am doing awesome. It is so nice to meet you. I mean, I wish it could be in person, but
Yeah,
at least I'm meeting you here.
I
It's nice
know.
to meet
You look
you.
so cute.
Thank you. So do you, girl.
Oh, thank you.
I am so happy to be talking to you today. Thank you for having me, and you're such an inspiration, and I'm just so excited for our chat today. So thank you.
Oh, thank you. Well, first of all, congratulations on
Thank you.
everything. Has it just been such a whirlwind this week?
Yes, girl, it's been crazy, but it's so awesome. And like, I mean, I'm literally here, like holding it in my hands.
Look at it. Oh my gosh, I know that feeling.
Yes, and yours is coming very soon. Yours should come, I think tomorrow, if you haven't already gotten it.
Well, I
But
started the audiobook yesterday.
oh, you did? Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I
awesome.
couldn't wait. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. But
Yes.
I'm just so excited for you. I've been learning so much about you, and I have
Oh,
so many questions that I want to ask you. But just
yeah.
to give you a little background as to what I'm doing and why I'm doing this,
Yeah.
as I told you, October is National Bullying Prevention Month. And
Yeah.
since, I'm not able to travel and go out and speak and do different things, I wanted to be able to find a way to connect to people in their homes. And my story is only one. And I feel like I've told my story so many times. So I wanted to be able to highlight and share some other people's stories who also have a platform and are using it for good. And that is something that you are absolutely doing. So I want to talk to you. Plus, we're both from Texas, and
Yes,
it
girl,
just
that's right.
kind of works, you know?
It kind of works. It's perfect. It's totally meant to be. Texas girls right here.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, well, let's start. So last night I started listening to the audiobook and I was so emotional listening to it.
Oh,
And I realized how much we have in common, not
wow.
only both being from Texas, but just the closeness with our family and
Mm,
spending the special moments like you did on the night of your audition with your
yeah,
family
yeah.
and eating together and doing things like that. And so I wanted to give you the chance to share a little bit about your family since I know that they're
Oh,
really, really important to you.
yes, they are. Thank you so much. I mean, I think that is awesome, and it's so cool that we can, as people and humans, even though like we've never met each other in person yet, it's still so awesome that we can connect.
Yeah.
Um, connect to our stories. It's such a beautiful thing, and especially now, when so many people are staying home and we can't, be in person and do meet and greets and all that. But thank you so much. It's awesome that you're so close to your family, just like me. My family is everything. So I come from a large Mexican American family, born and raised in San Antonio, Texas, and we're so close. We're so proud of where we come from. We're so proud of our heritage. I have my two parents, so my mom and dad, and my brother, Brandon. He's 4 years older than me. And then, of course, outside of that, I have my grandma, my aunts, my uncles, all my cousins.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I just grew up in such a loving home and environment where you would go to my aunt's house every weekend for barbecues, or they would make enchiladas or chalupas, and
Mm-hmm.
that's just who we are. We love our food, we love our family, and we love God, and our faith,
Yeah.
and that's kind of all we need. um and my parents and my brother have really just been that rock for me, pursuing a dream, pursuing a music dream, being in the entertainment business. And I love that I'm able to share so many stories of us, eating together, Christmases together,
Yeah.
share what we've gone through. And that's one of the most things that I'm so excited for people to read and to see, is that the beautiful spirit that my family has, and especially my parents and what they've done for me. So I value that, and that's so awesome that you're reading or listening and it touched you. So that's awesome.
Yeah. So one of the biggest things that I've been asked is how have I gotten through bullying? And I've always said it's my support system, which is,
Yeah.
the example of your family. And I've always said it's my faith, my family, and my friends. And
Wow.
I had no idea that you were so strong in your faith. And I think that is so, so incredible and admirable to be on such a high level, to be able to, be open about it and share about it. And so, besides your faith and your family, who else is a part of your support system that's helped you, get through the last few years?
Yes. So, of course, them, but I have this awesome group of friends that I finally found. Being in LA and being in the business, it actually is really tough to find true friends.
Right.
Friends who are there for you, friends who you can trust, and friends who have the right intentions and motives, and
Yeah.
it took some years. I know a lot of people, which is awesome, but having those, core that you can just call at 3 a.m, crying or saying, I need help, I need prayer, is everything. So I have so many different girlfriends that come to mind, that help me, that empower me, that pray for me, and that celebrate me. That's another thing that's awesome, because I'm like shy when it comes, with my friends and stuff. I'm shy when it comes to, like, I don't know, like my achievements or what I'm doing,
Yeah.
And so I try not to, like, bring focus to that. I mean, obviously you see social media and stuff, but they're there to be like, we want to celebrate you and we want to root you on. And I'm like, thank you guys. That's so important, is to have people who you can turn to. And for a long time, I did feel like I don't know who I could turn to right now. Will I ever find those right friends? And just speaking to the audience here and your audience, knowing that it is possible. Sometimes you have to, go through a few friends, or try to. It's like dating. Try to just do what you can and, like, share your story, share your heart. But it is possible to have people around you who empower you and who love on you and who care for you. No matter what, it's beautiful. They have helped me to get through everything.
I like to look at things from both sides. And like you said, talking with your audience and learning from them. And this is something that sort of they brought to my attention, because this thought has crossed my mind, but I never really thought about it, because we grow up and, the things that we are taught and we see, it's all we know. And so looking at the other side of things, it's kind of hard sometimes. So it's interesting when I'm talking about my support system and my friends and my family, and they're who have got me through bullying, but there are people out there who don't have access to that support system, who don't have the old high school or young friends that they've had from the very beginning, who they can turn to when things seem really hard, whether it's bullying in person or cyberbullying online. And so a question I've been asked that I'm curious to ask you is, if I don't have this one person, if I don't have this group of people, how can I find that one person?
Well, the good thing is that there are some awesome people online, and I feel like now, of course there are some really mean people out there, but a lot of my fans have told me that they found their friendships because of, like, Fifth Harmony, or because of me. And sometimes reaching out there helps. Or if you connect with something that you love, or a band that you love, or a musician, I find that a lot of people find their community there. And also there are, like, there are numbers you can call, and helplines that you guys can Google and research, that can help you, that can guide you through anything, through bullying, through depression, through feeling hopeless. Those are some amazing tools that you can use. And also, again, just kind of like trying to put yourself out there and trying to open up and trying to reach out, and in a way not interviewing people, but it feels like, just interviewing people
Yeah.
talking to them and trying to find those people who can help you. And also church too can help a lot, to help
No
find,
matter what religion you are.
exactly, just helping you find help or someone to talk to. There's a lot of different avenues that you can go, so hopefully that can help someone. But it is possible to find your friends and your people. Just take it from me, someone who
Yeah.
at one point felt like, oh my gosh, I'm like never gonna find those core people in my life.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't lose hope.
When it comes to cyberbullying and bullying, I I know that we have both experienced it in vastly different ways. My ways through, videos going viral and then me just living my life and going out in public and people seeing me. Your way with your platform and being on the biggest stages, being, on magazine covers and doing all these really huge things that I'm sure you always dreamed of. And when we talk about bullying and things that have affected us, I feel like there's some people at home who might think, well, that's a whole different type of bullying, and we don't understand this, and ours probably isn't big enough, or it's not the same as
Yeah.
you. And
Yeah.
so I think it's an important reminder for us to,
Yes.
tell people no matter what type of bullying or cyberbullying you're having
Yes.
to deal with, no matter what problem it is, no matter what size it is, if it's
Yes.
something that's hurting you, it's valid.
That's right. And it's all the same. We all have feelings, and we all have our little pockets of insecurity, what we struggle with, or areas that we may not feel good enough, or maybe that we lack.
Right.
So just educating people to know that it does not matter if you're an artist, or you're a student, or you're a teacher, or you're whoever, is that words affect people, and people people's feelings matter. And it doesn't matter who you are. You could see someone, I used to think that, oh my gosh, these my favorite artists, man, they just must have it easy, they have the best life. And
No one
of
ever
course,
says anything mean to them ever.
yeah, and it's
Yeah.
like, yes, there are definitely blessings in life, in each job, but at the same time, there is so much that comes with your territory. And with me, just being in the entertainment industry, you go through
Right.
so much, so much abuse in so many different ways. And just letting people know that everybody experiences the same thing and the same pain, and to just be mindful of your words. You could think it's the most beautiful girl in the world, and they still have insecurities and pain. And so
Yeah.
I would just encourage people to be kind. For an example is that, my book, I open up about a time where I was body shamed, and people just saying horrible things, that I was fat, that my body was not okay. So many awful things, and it made me feel horrible. It shattered any confidence that I had left, and I had just this much amount anyways,
Yeah.
just at the time in my life. And it really broke me. And I know that so many girls go through that, and they feel like they're not enough. But the beautiful thing is that now in 2020, we're living in a world where so many different types of people and body shapes and bodies, and just the standards of beauty and what is accepted has now just spanned everyone. Now everybody is included.
Yeah.
You don't have to look one way. You don't have to have one particular body shape. And that's something that's so amazing, because my goal is that nobody can ever feel like I once felt. And I'm sure you have that same purpose too with your life and your story, and trying to protect women and people in general and the new generation. It is so important. So just to be mindful of your words and to be loving towards people, and to think before you speak, because that one comment can literally just spiral somebody out of control.
I mean, it's such a great reminder. I like to tell people that sometimes words can hurt more than physical action.
Oh, yes.
And
oh my gosh, yes.
This is so perfect. This is my last question because I know you're really busy.
No.
But that leads perfectly into my last question. So when I talk to people, especially when I go on stages, I like to, tell my story, share the message. But at the end, I like to give them an action plan because I like for them to be able to go out and take these tools and, really actually do something to hopefully affect their lives in a positive way. So whenever you are feeling down about yourself, or whenever you are having a day where you see online and you just see one negative thing after another, what is your process? What's your action plan to help pick yourself back out of going down this dark hole of feeling sorry for yourself, because it's just so easy to go down there? So what do you do to help pick yourself back up?
For me, well, number one, I always pray. And for me, when I do a devotion, that always helps to center my day right away, no matter what comes. I could have the best day or I could have the worst day. Just being reminded of that encouragement. But also, my mom is literally like my therapist, and I will call her, and she's the strongest person that I know.
Yeah.
And I love my dad too. My dad is so awesome and such a light, like I mentioned in my book. I just love my parents, and I just call them, and I either cry or vent or I get mad, and and my mom has always reminded me that, Mama, someone else's opinion does not define you. That is on them. Maybe they're feeling insecure, maybe they're being bullied, and they are trying to spread that to somebody else so they don't feel bad. So don't let that take away your joy and take away who you are, and just reminding me of my worth, how smart I am, how talented I am, the type of heart that I have, and how loved I am. That is something that just like changes the game for me. And also, calling my friends for help and advice. Sometimes I'll be like, man, like this, this happened today, or I can't get out of my little funk. Can you help me? And they just speak truth into me and light, saying that, you are beautiful, you are valued. Don't forget. Sometimes too, knowing, like, what would you tell somebody else in your situation? That is,
I love that. Yeah.
That is always that. Yeah, that's like, it kind of blows your mind. You're like, yeah, I would tell my friend to do X, Y, and Z, or to write, or to go run. Writing helps so much too.
Yeah. It's like reverse positive affirmations.
Yes, exactly. So I hope that those tools were helpful. But another key is also writing your feelings out, and kind of write a note to yourself, and just writing down who you are, what defines you, what you love about yourself, what people love about you. That's an amazing way to pick yourself back up. And also sometimes just shutting down social media, not looking at it again.
Stepping away. Yes.
Exactly. So I hope that helps.
Oh, I love that. We have so much in common. I did a whole thing in one of my books. I called it the Love Yourself list. And whenever I would feel down, I would write this list and I would tape it to my bathroom mirror. Wow. So when I was getting ready, the times where you sort of tend to doubt yourself the most, it's easily, readily available for you to look at and have these reminders. But thank you so much for talking with me. I appreciate it so much.
Oh my gosh, thank you, Lizzie. You are so awesome, and this was so much fun and such a great honest conversation. So thank you for that. Thank you for empowering young girls and people to love themselves and accept themselves. You're an inspiration to me, and like, when I'm having a bad day or whatever, it's so nice to know that I have someone like you to look up to and to help empower me and so many other people. So thank you, girl.
Thank you. That means so much to me. You guys go get her book, Finding Your Harmony.
Yes, right
Look
here.
at that. It's so good. I'm so excited for you. Well,
Thanks.
hopefully we will talk soon. Good luck with
Yes.
everything.
Thank
And
you so
yeah,
much.
thank you.
Well, thank you, Lizzie. Have a good
Bye.
day. Bye.